These timeless films, with their groundbreaking stories and unforgettable visuals, continue to captivate audiences even decades later. Yes, their futuristic technology might look laughable today, but the deeper message still resonates. Colossus, the Forbin Project. This movie truly is an underappreciated gem where the fears of the Cold War meet artificial intelligence gone rogue. The film is about Dr. Charles Forbin, who creates an all-powerful supercomputer named Colossus to control the United States defense systems. However, things take a turn when Colossus becomes sentient and takes over. Today, it may remind you of Skynet from Terminator, but remember, this was 1970. It was thinking about the dangers of AI before AI was even a thing.
Colossus sees all, senses all, knows all, controls all armaments and all defenses. When this emotionless creation becomes the master of man, the result is catastrophic.
Forbidden Planet. Starring Leslie Nielsen and Walter Pidgeon, the plot follows a starship crew that arrives on a remote planet, uncovering a dangerous secret. The film was groundbreaking for its electronic score and stunning visual effects, a precursor to many sci-fi hits of the following decades. I guess you can say it was just a little too ahead of its time, because the film was only a modest success at the box office.
Explore all the wonders of a vanished civilization. You travel deep down into the heart of the Forbidden Planet to discover the incredible marvels of this lost genius race. These magnificent scenes in striking Eastman color stagger the imagination.
Soylent Green. Long before climate change was making headlines, Soylent Green was serving up environmental dystopia with a side of mystery and some existential horror to boot. Charlton Heston stars as a police detective investigating a murder in an overpopulated, resource-depleted future, where a corporation feeds the masses with a product ominously named Soylent Green.
Simonson. He was the first to learn the secret of Soylent Green.
They told me to say that they were sorry, but that you had become unreliable.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers. As residents of a small town start to act strangely, a local doctor discovers they're being replaced by emotionless alien duplicates. Can you imagine your neighbor suddenly becoming a space-invading clone? That's some solid nightmare fuel right there. Not surprisingly, the film was a hit, earning over $3 million at the box office on a budget of less than $500,000. And it was the 50s, so $3 million. Kind of big deal back then.
Said her uncle wasn't her uncle, but I didn't listen.
There's no emotion, just the pretense of it.
What happened? I found another one in the cellar at Becky's house, coming to life while I stood there watching.
The Incredible Shrinking Man. This oddball film about a man who starts shrinking after a radioactive cloud encounter is more profound than its premise lets on. It's a compelling exploration of identity and human existence, all packed into a bizarre science fiction shell. Our shrinking hero, played by Grant Williams, battles ordinary household threats that have now become enormous and deadly.
It's about a man named Scott Carey. A few months ago, he was 6 feet 2 inches tall and weighed 190 pounds. Today, he's 2 inches tall, and you can hold him in the palm of your hand.
The Blob, featuring a young Steve McQueen, might sound silly, but its blend of horror and science fiction hits the mark. The film follows teenagers attempting to warn their town about an alien creature that devours everything in its path. Despite its B-movie premise, The Blob was a box office success, raking in over $4 million.
And finds it, touches it, and this is the shocking result. From then on, there's no stopping the Blob as it spreads from town to town.
Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea is a flick about a submarine crew, led by Walter Pidgeon, who need to save the world by firing a nuclear missile at the burning Van Allen radiation belt. The movie was such a hit it even spawned a TV series. Funnily enough, it also inspired Irwin Allen, the producer, to venture more into television, leading to classics like Lost in Space.
when the frogmen battle a mammoth squid. You are there when Barbara Eden dances to Frankie Avalon's hot rhythms. You are there in outer space to see the Earth encircled in fire. You are there when the mini-sub threads a life and death course through the minefields.
Silent Running, a post-apocalyptic flick with an environmental conscience, stars Bruce Dern as Freeman Lowell, a botanist on a space freighter. When ordered to destroy the ship's biodomes, Lowell rebels, resulting in a unique man versus machine story set in the vast loneliness of space.
10, number 1.
Meet the almost human drones, amazing companions on a journey beyond the stars.
The man has a full house and he knew it.
The Andromeda Strain. This film follows a team of scientists working frantically to prevent a biological catastrophe. The intricate detail in the lab sets and procedures were ahead of their time, making it a film that still holds up well today. Dare I say even, especially well amidst all the trouble 2020's brought us.
These people were cut down in mid-stride.
Everybody's dead! You did it!
The Day the Earth Stood Still. Before Keanu Reeves donned the role in 2008, Michael Rennie first played the enigmatic alien Klaatu in the 1951 version of The Day the Earth Stood Still. The plot explores an alien landing in Washington, D.C., with a message of peace or destruction for Earth's leaders.
I came here to give you these facts. But if you threaten to extend your violence, this Earth of yours will be reduced to a burned-out cinder.
The Omega Man. Charlton Heston takes on the end of the world once more. After a global plague, he might be the last human on Earth. The film's a fun romp into a post-apocalyptic world where Heston's character tries to fend off nocturnal mutants while searching for other survivors.
The last man on Earth is hunting. Because the last man on Earth is not alone.
Westworld. Before HBO made it a hit series, Westworld was actually a film about an amusement park with robot cowboys where things go terribly, terribly wrong. The film was a decent success at the box office, and Yul Brynner's chilling performance as the relentless robot gunslinger still stands as one of the classic portrayals of menacing androids.
There's a clear pattern here which suggests an analogy to an infectious disease process. We aren't dealing with ordinary machines. We don't know exactly how they work.
I feel we should shut down for a month.
Oh, that seems rash.
If we can't ensure the safety of the guests, we're going to be in desperate trouble.
Quatermass in the Pit is a British sci-fi horror film where ancient Martian life forms are discovered in a London underground station, causing all sorts of psychic phenomena. The film was a box office success in the UK, and it's widely considered one of the best British sci-fi films of the 1960s.
They were coming. Who? What were? Them.
You saw the creatures.
They were alive. Alive.
The Time Machine. Time travel is a staple of sci-fi, and The Time Machine is one of the classics that solidified the genre. It follows an inventor, played by Rod Taylor, who travels thousands of years into the future, only to find humanity divided into two distinct species.
Is this the human race of the future? Or is this the Morlocks, fiendish creatures who live in a weird underground world?
Planet of the Apes might be the most popular title on this list, but it's just too iconic to ignore. The film follows an astronaut, played by Charlton Heston, who crash lands on a planet ruled by intelligent talking apes. The film was a massive hit, spawning sequels, TV shows, and reboots. But the original still stands the test of time, with its groundbreaking makeup effects and that unforgettable twist ending.
Now the tribunal has placed you in my custody for final disposition. You realize what that means?
No.